for a bit of a recap. After a very, very grueling and exhausting combat, including 3 almost full sessions of combat, you guys were able to defeat Ketharaak.
And capturing.
And capture his soul. So, at this point, we are still in initiative.
Oh, shit.
Because
The wall still exists, and
walls still exist, but
Jade is zombie boy.
Jade is Zambo. So, where did I put my papers?
And the
I'm
body
top
we
of the
killed
order, I know that.
got up and walked
Are you
into the wall.
conscious?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you are still prone at this point.
Yeah, she got woke up.
So, Nari, as you are jaunted to life, looking around, you see, in fact, directly in front of you, Warden, and then as you go to stand up, you see Trake just lifeless, slowly moving towards the wall.
Is he still slowed?
He is not slowed because it is a concentration spell. However, it slowed him his last turn. Now, I will say, initiative 10 is... Actually, 22 is when he acts, which is right after
The wall
Nari
just
and then Nibs.
The wall just went and pulled what's his nuts in, right?
And pulled Ketharaak in, yes. Seemingly dropping some of his items on the ground over here. So, Nari. There's a lot of stuff here.
Nari would like to... She's used all her movement to stand up, I assume.
15 feet, half to stand up. And you are...
Within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet.
Beautiful. I would...
Now, he is a zombie
Yes.
right now. He is not
Do I
Trake.
believe that he's going to attack me?
No,
Is he a
he is-
zombie or a flesh golem?
Like,
He
what?
is a zombie. So, he is not himself. He is a version of undeath. So,
Watched him become a zombie.
Would Nari know what would happen if she tried to restrain him? Or, like, pull him away from the wall?
I mean, if she was able to restrain him, he would be restrained.
Okay.
She doesn't know what would happen if she merely attacked him and tried to strike down this zombie version of Trake. But that is up to player discretion.
Then the wall retaliates and we all die to the wall and we all join the wall instead of just him.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Stroke. Is there any, like, action that you have to take getting stuff out of your backpack?
Depends on what it is.
I'm gonna get my rope out.
You're gonna get your rope out? That's a free action.
Cool. Get my rope out. We'll say tie around, like...
Okay, so you're gonna attempt to tie it around him?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you make an athletics check, and this will be contested against Zombie Trake, who is not very athletic.
How high is my strength now that I'm not only a -1, but also a zombie?
Okay, Zombie Trake has rolled a 14.
Yeah, I'm goaded.
Zombie Drake? Zombie Drake wins.
Zombie Trake wins.
My first strength check that I've won.
This is the wrong time to use this!
Okay, so as
We're gonna
you
lose Drake.
as you grab the rope and attempt to wrap it around him, he seems to just as you throw this rope around, he kind of just he's slimy. There's like guts falling out. He was electrocuted and half of his chest is gone. So he is just falling over and the rope kind of just slides across his body and slides over him. You still have 10 feet of movement.
Can I drag him away? That other one was
Can she hold her action until I get there?
What was her
Her bonus action.
She
That was
can.
the-
Well, it's your free action to
pull
pull
it
them,
out of my backpack.
to pull it out of your bag.
Or trick.
Generally, to grapple someone is an action.
Okay.
In this case, I'll say you can still hold your bonus action as an attempt to help Nibs when he comes up.
Don't cut off his leg.
To prevent him from walking to the wall.
Whoa,
He would
he's a
just
zombie.
crawl.
He'll crawl.
Okay, Nibs, you're up.
It would be slower
Bonus
than
action
walking.
held for Nibs' instructions.
It's 5, 10,
So it doesn't matter if it's
15, 20, 25.
Roll.
I'd like to grapple
Yeah.
him. Athletics. Yes.
That would be athletics, and I will give you advantage since both you and Nari are within 5 feet attempting this.
Oh, well, that's not great.
And you're gonna have a hard time
26.
failing. He rolled a nat 1. So
Blown out of the water.
Congrats.
as Nibs comes over, seeing the rope get thrown, kind of as the zombie is being pulled off balance, you just grab one of its legs and pull it like flat and prone, just holding it there, that right in front of you. It is seemingly having a very hard time doing that, doing anything. So that is your action to grapple. Do you have a bonus action you would like to take?
I have one
Quick. Bonus actions. I'm going to use. I'm going to use Healing Word as my bonus action.
Okay.
At second level. Wait, I can't.
I was gonna say you only have first level slots.
Okay, Nari, you're messed up. I'm messed up. How messed up do you look?
I'm
A lot
doing
less than you.
a lot less than you.
I have 4 hit points.
I have
He has
49.
So I'm.
She.
Alright. So
They?
I will Healing Word myself.
Caesar.
Zayzam. Okay. So you heal yourself, and Zombie Trake seems to have no care outside of getting closer to the wall. So at this point, with him being grappled, he is going to attempt to break free of the grapple and crawl to the wall.
Okay.
What
are you cheering for?
So contested athletics.
Contested athletics, you'll still have advantage here. Again, you'll have a hard time.
18.
18.
I rolled 2.
You rolled a 14. Okay, so as you continue to grapple, we're just kind of gonna go through this, not super strictly. Mike or Warden?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
Mike and, I say.
Is Penis dead?
Theoretically,
Penis is unconscious.
zombies don't require air, right?
No, they do not.
Warden
They're
is already
undead.
thinking on the same line. However, Warden
I have an
has-
extra dimensional glass box. We could just stick them in. We can keep
I have
zombie
an
Trake
extra
in a box.
dimensional bag.
Same idea.
Anyways,
This way
we'll
we
get
can
to
watch
that.
them.
We'll get to that, and we'll communicate. We'll communicate. Anyways, Warden has literally he
That's such a.
has no memory of what happened prior to when he saw the lifeless body of Nibs. Obviously, he knows that Nibs is alive,
And dead Penis.
Unconscious
but
penis.
all he knows is that
stabilized
he
at this
Blasted
he
me.
he stood all that Warden knows is he stood up. He was told to take the shot, and he took the shot after praying to his God and all that different stuff. So he wants to get his surroundings.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Because obviously he knows that, well, Ketharaak's dead. And
Yeah.
his soul is
He would like a perception for 500.
For 1,000.
1,000.
That's over 5,000.
That was an 11.
Is it
11?
9,000?
Okay, so as Warden is really beginning to come to after going Super Saiyan crazy mode and then being raised again from unconsciousness, looking around, the heat radiating from the lava goes up your robotic senses and almost stings them as looking around you see the wall on the other side still writhing as it's consumed the body of Ketharaak. The stench of electricity from all of the lightning spells that have been cast. Warden begins to gather himself and looking around sees Petrus seemingly stabilized, unconscious below him. And then as he turns around to look towards the door, Nari and Nibs are standing over the seemingly barely lifed body of Trake as it is clawing at this gravel, trying to get closer to the wall.
Just to confirm, Petrus is stabilized?
He is stabilized at this point. He has rolled 3 consecutive successes.
Okay, so he is back to it. Warden
Dungeon Dudes, the D&D Beyond's their source.
Mhm.
They're adding Dungeons Dudes books to D&D Beyond.
Oh.
And that's actually got
Dungeons of Drakenheim?
Dungeon Dudes, the actual
Yeah.
Dungeons.
Yeah. Their stuff is
yeah.
Dungeons of Drakenheim.
Yeah, their book drops tomorrow.
With my passive insights, of
Merry Christmas.
18, would I know whether or not a zombie can be knocked unconscious?
A zombie can be knocked unconscious and killed or whatever. In fact, if you would like me, go ahead and roll a... We'll call this either a medicine or religion check. And since you've already rolled
got
one
medicine
check,
in the
I'll
bag.
consider this, like, it is part of your turn, so I'll consider this a bonus action. Because you get one free check per turn. Do you have something you were going to use your bonus action to do?
Well,
Not really.
he's already restrained, so I don't have to use my grappling hook.
Yeah, you don't got to do anything other than figure out what's going on.
That is a 15 plus 8
For
medicine.
medicine. Okay. So, with your knowledge of how life works, something that is already alive, even if the life is undeath, it cannot be revived while that undeath persists. So the zombie must be killed before Trake can be brought back.
I am going to relay this over to Rocky Talkie that we need to.
We're all right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't have to. For some reason,
Inside
I would
Sure.
like to purposely communicate telepathically when I could.
When Nibs can't.
When Nibs wouldn't be part of that conversation.
I, for some reason, thought we weren't all right next to each other. Anyways, I'm going to tell the party to. Yeah, I know. To
Kill his ass.
essentially knock him unconscious. I'm not going to use the word kill because it's. But
No, but like you're essentially killing zombie
I'm going to
version.
say knock him down. We need to remove his affliction.
To where this is healing him.
Alright, you have an action.
I mean, I could turn undead.
He just tries to crawl away even harder.
I'm pretty sure you are below a CR, whatever it would be to obliterate you. So I'm not gonna turn undead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean,
Anyways.
it would be a beautiful thing
It would be
story-wise, but it would
hilarious.
that would be so bad.
It would be violently against Warden's character to do that,
It's
though.
allowed.
But his action is going to be casting Aura of Vitality. He's going to start healing everyone as the rounds continue. With the initial 2d6 going to the one that just stabilized.
Alright, so Petrus is going to take 2d6 healing.
Yep.
I can go ahead and roll that real quick,
Okay.
just for speed's sake. Double ones. Hey, that's fine. Okay. 2 HP back. Apply changes. He
Daily double jeopardy.
and as Petrus begins to wake up, Mike, do you have an action you would like to take here?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the zombie with my psychic lancer stun.
His stun.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be a 17 intelligence saving.
He physically can't make it. He hasn't made it before.
Hell yeah, he's stunned until the end of his next turn.
Okay, so he just goes literally just limp in my Nibs' grasp.
Stun.
Okay, so at this point, I just need a couple of tackles. Nari.
The wall moves.
He's like, guys, just
I
fucking
do have a
hit
question.
him.
Does the wall appear intelligent?
The wall?
Can I make a...
The wall, it's generally when it would be attacking you, that has passed already, and it is not attempting to kill you.
But would it have thought?
That you don't know. Nari is not the character who would be generally thinking, oh yeah, this thing can think.
That would be me, Nibs.
So did you tell him we need to beat the shit out of him?
Yes, I did.
And
In
we'll
order
shock
to,
him and
in order,
stun him till the end of his next turn. So he
Okay,
won't
but
move
I-
So
for
these
at
are
least 2
autos.
rounds.
Are these auto crits?
These are not auto crits. That is for restrained. He is stunned,
unconscious and grappled.
he's stunned.
But we have to
stunned,
kill him.
not unconscious. You have to kill the zombie.
Okay, I would
Yes.
like to make 2 attacks with my.
Okay,
Frostbrand
go ahead and
right
make
here.
attacks.
Does she have advantage? Since it's
Yes, she
grappled?
has advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah,
First
it does
one
not.
is a.
Plus
They all automatically
10.
fail strength.
Yeah,
saving
first one's a
throws.
22.
22 to hit. That hits.
Second, that was.
That was
An
an
18.
They're both 18s.
Yeah,
Okay.
Either way.
Go ahead and roll two rows of damage.
You still got your flame blade out, right?
Ice blade, but yeah.
That's my.
She's
ice
using
blade.
your frost brand.
I'm
right?
using my frostbrand. Yeah. So no.
Frostbrand.
1d8. I got this wrong last time. It's this one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a D8 and a D6.
1d8 plus 6.
1d8 plus 1d6 plus 6. Frostband deals an extra 1d6 cold damage.
So as you start whacking on him and you shoot him and all this is going on,
Do I need to come over and show you where it says
Nibs is gonna yell while he's still got him grappled and everything's just like, Warden, are you sure? Are you sure we gotta?
Oh, sorry, I know.
It's like is
On the light of Gonda, I'm positive.
Yes, 7.
Strike her.
17 damage on the first strike. Okay.
And she
No.
is. That was.
That was both.
So both attacks?
Wait. Add that back up again. What was
So
it?
it's 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 12 is your damage for
one.
2 hits.
2d8 plus 2d6. Yes.
Plus
Oh, plus. So, 17 plus 12.
Okay. So
So
Zombie
there-
Trake is going to attempt to Undead Fortitude. Okay, he succeeds. He is still alive. Why are you so excited for Zombie
Go Drake.
Go Drake.
Zombie Trake
I
is
root for me
succeeding
and
way
me
more
and
than
myself.
Trake ever has.
Me, myself,
Right.
and I.
You just want
Um,
to reroll your character.
Zombie Trake has 1 HP.
No, I think it's just hilarious. He's actually succeeding on me.
Zombie Trake has 1 HP.
Alright, guys, your turn. That was both my. Well, actually,
my
wait.
sister's texting me about
So
Christmas.
I like to
bonus
think
damage.
that
I
she
do.
totally annihilated him. And
She should have.
he comes back again.
Yeah, it's just poke, poke.
I just.
I have taken all you guys an entire round of combat. Just saying.
Okay. Well, no.
The
bonus
zombie.
actions.
Zombies are hilarious, just due to Undead Fortitude, and it's kind of dumb.
Christmas.
It's funny. It's really, really funny.
Sorry. So
Whose turn is it?
mine. My sister keeps texting me about Christmas stuff.
Tell her to shut up. It's D&D time.
Okay.
You're supposed to be this,
No, no.
not the.
The is fine.
No.
All right.
This ass, not the ass.
All right. Gonna swing a swingy.
Alrighty, a couple swings.
There you go. Happy.
That's 20 to hit.
That's correct.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna go ahead and
I wasn't trying to.
go ahead and roll your damage.
That's 13 points of damage.
So yeah, as Nibs, you kind of pull him back and punch, and you punch his face into the gravel, and it the gravel sticks up into his face, and he's just completely covered. But the zombie appears to just fall there.
Are you sure?
He swore on it. He swore. And so I've got you grappled, and as I just go in, I just kind of rotate around my hand around your neck, and I go and I do that punch. And as you end up, your head's kind of cradled in my arm as I kind of look at you. And then I'm just gonna put my other hand and scoop you up and walk over to the
By the way, what Trake looks like right now, rather than his general youthful gnomish self,
Yeah.
I imagine Joffrey after he died from the poison.
Yeah.
That's the face
I
looking up
imagine
at you,
any
but with half of his
Any scene
in
of
your
a
abdomen
half,
gone.
Any scene of a half-eaten person from Attack on Titan would do.
Yeah. That, yeah.
So I'm just kind of gonna, and I'm going to walk over, carrying him to Warden.
All right.
Okay, so we are out of initiative at this point.
At this point, I've kind of relatively sit down. Anyways, we're out of initiative. It doesn't matter.
You survived half a round.
Oh, there's a full round. They went fully around and couldn't kill me.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't kill you. Not couldn't.
We didn't choose to until Warden
Valid.
told them
Valid.
to.
We
I like
were-
to think that Zombie Trank was
I
so
set my
powerful. that it
phasers
took
to
the
stun.
team entire.
We played in the soup with you. Your soup. We didn't. We tried to get all 50 Shades of Grey and sloppy with those ropes.
50 Shades of Grey ain't sloppy with the ropes. That's
Yo,
besides the point.
Are we doing BDSM?
Um,
Burgers, drinks, salsa, and music. Okay, get your heads out of the gutter. Come on,
damn.
player.
No.
Would the time for Revivify be, would it have started from his initial death or the zombie death? I'm assuming the
His
initial.
initial death.
Okay.
He is-
How many rounds ago was that?
4 rounds.
So that is 20, 40,
That is.
third,
I'm gonna let you do the math.
It's
24
4 rounds. That's
seconds.
24 seconds.
24 seconds.
24 seconds. My bad.
He needs to go back to college, man.
I know.
He's listening to child.
After you take differential calculus,
Basic algebra.
basic arithmetic period, just goes out the window. And it sucks because that's like 90% of my job. Anyways, if I were to stick him in the bag of holding, would there be any time?
Time does not stop in the bag of holding. No.
Not in
I
his.
just asking. Because I know sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes ups.
Okay.
If he wasn't dead again?
Not in vain.
What is your question?
The time starts from his initial death. That's why I had to ask. 'Cause
Not
Unless-
re-dive.
So the idea of someone being unconscious, at least rules is written in how I read them, is as soon as they are dead, 60 seconds later, no matter what happens to their body, other than something like time stop, 60 seconds later they cannot be revived by the
I
third
do
level
not
spell.
have time still.
Because the passage of time, whether it's in a bag of holding, another dimension, doesn't matter. Passage of time continues.
Okay, so Warden is going. Obviously, my diamond is no longer in my bag, which I have realized looking inside my bag, which I'm assuming is because, well, he makes the deduction.
I thought you had more than one diamond.
I do.
I thought you did, but
You had assorted gems, didn't you?
I did have a sword of gems, but it wasn't necessarily specifically a diamond.
how about this? Go ahead and roll me a die.
But roll a luck check.
Dude, we actually
Guidance.
die. We
I
can
do have something else. Though.
Guidance.
If I don't have a diamond, I can sacrifice all the steel and iron I have in my bag, which is a lot.
Would the laser pistol would be worth?
We're not going to sacrifice the laser pistol. I have plenty of steel and iron in my bag.
Yeah, it's gotta be something.
That is a 9 plus 3. That is a 12.
A 9 plus 3. So here's what we're gonna say.
Okay.
In your bag of assorted gems, you're peering through, and you do grab out a diamond. You would probably not guess it's valued at 300 gold, but it's a diamond, and it'll help.
That's a good new character name, do you think?
So, Warden, as you pull out this smaller diamond, we're gonna value it at about 200 gold pieces. What is Warden going to put forth to this ritual to enhance its options? Now, I will say, metal isn't really valuable
It is to him.
inherently.
It is to me.
It is to you, but the thing is, it's replaceable. Very, very easily replaceable. What is something that is not easily replaceable to Warden? That he is willing to sacrifice for this ritual to succeed.
We assist at all.
Other people can assist and provide things to the ritual. It will not be as heavily weighted on the scales as it would be if it was the caster. but it does still tilt the balance.
Would rock monster bath water be valuable? Because it can't be replaced.
Rock Mater. Okay, remind me of what you're speaking.
When we went down in the Dead Valley and we fought the elemental,
Yeah.
whatever he
The
was.
water from the.
And I took a
When
couple
they tried to drown
lives.
us?
That was a quest that involved Treg very heavily because we
That is
met him
something.
on that.
Sure. That could
Alright,
be. That could be.
I got
used
3 of
as-
those vials. I never figured out what I could use them for anything else, so I'm going to bring them back to life by giving them the rock monster's bath water.
Just pours it directly in the mouth. Wait, where have we seen this before?
So as you are pulling things out and preparing this ritual, Mike just kind of comes over and uncorks some vials and kind of just starts dumping the liquid on top of Trake's unconscious body as it is being held in Nikolai's arms.
Warden glances up for a moment.
I believe it has a slightly sulfuric.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna
Smell
drink a
to it.
potion of healing.
Heavily
Um,
sulfuric.
He's gonna look up
But it already
quickly
smells like sulfur
for
in here.
just a moment, but knowing the limited amount of time we have to pull any of this off, he just very quickly goes back to preparing everything for the spell. I've got a ring of daylight.
I have a ring of daylight as well.
I'm going to put the ring of daylight out.
Okay.
As will I.
Okay, so 2 rings of daylight, 3 vials of rock bath water, and
Saved by
a
the
200
bath
gold
water.
piece of diamond. I don't have anything that was like connected to Draconite. That's the problem.
Can I quickly check and see if he still has that Dungeons and Dragons knockoff that I gave him?
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check. Do you still have it on your body?
I did not write it on here, but I could very well have
I
it.
believe
Did we
you have
use it in the
16. We did not use it on anything.
I'm trying to remember.
Did we use it when we revived you?
No, I threw it out and he decided not to.
So I can't remember if you ever took it from me because there's one time that you came to my door and was like, "Can I have that back?"
He did.
And I asked you in your room, and I think you said no. And it was like, I think you told me no.
I'd have to go back through and watch.
But
I will say with a 16.
it's either you have it or I have it.
Right.
But I don't have it marked, so.
Neither do
I just kind of like said.
It would be
"You're
on
not
his
sitting
body,
right
though."
now.
I said it would be on his body, correct?
Yeah, it would be. So as you're kind of rummaging around.
There is an issue though. I don't carry bags of holding, like period,
No, you
anymore.
don't.
So I have been electrocuted several times. So if there's any like paper thing,
No, don't worry. You find a charred book that,
Okay.
like, the top right corner where you would generally flip the pages is, like, completely black, and it's blackened, like, a third of the way down the book. And as you kind of pull it out, you see, Fei Wu. That's how much of the, title that is still left on the page. And there's a... Good enough. Would you like to...
How busty is the. Can I make it out? 'Cause you said she was busty. Yeah.
You can't really see much of her anymore.
She's fried. She
fried.
Sorry, I had to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
so hot you can't even see it anymore.
And I don't have mending because I have guidance.
Yeah.
Anyways, are you adding it?
It was the first thing he did to really reach out since he tried to apologize for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of snakes, we left it.
We did. Dave.
Yeah, Twig was.
I don't think it would have survived.
It would have died.
But we could have put it on a tree.
That's also why I haven't pulled out a making it. It'd be wasted on this stuff.
Okay. Alright. So,
You got 200 gold diamond. We've got
3 vials of bathwater.
Used all 3?
2 rings of daylight.
A charred book.
A charred book of significance.
To trade. It was significance to. It was significant
The relationship.
to. Yes. Not. Does it not? I don't think it was significant to you, but it was significant.
Now,
And I will use my last spell to cast Bless on you,
you
and,
can't cast Bless on a dead person.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Well, if I put, can I bane a dead person?
No. You can't cast spells on a dead person unless it's something. Well, you can. It'll be
I can
wasted.
fairy fire
Hey, that'll make him easier to hit.
it. Yeah. But
Either
I could,
Wait, anything that couldn't
Bless.
target a person
Bless would
before
help
can
you
target
on your
me
roll,
backwards.
right?
DM
Technically.
Bless would help me on my roll, correct?
Yes, it would.
So I will cast Bless, and I'll just throw it on to people sitting around. And then right before you cast, I will
So us
also
3
hit
have
you.
Bless.
I will also hit you with guidance
They're
on
both
your roll.
concentration.
One is
Whoops.
They're both concentration. Either way, you're
Bless.
giving him a D4.
okay.
Okay.
So, your DC is 15.
How much of that was the bathwater?
How much of that? I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, but we want to know if we were
You
actually
guys-
saved by the bathwater.
Well, everything provided is giving a +5 to this roll. So, Warden, you are rolling a
If I were
D20
to-
plus a D4.
If I were to take
Plus
off
five.
Plus
my
9.
bracers of defense, would my bracers of defense or my amulet of health would they be significant?
well,
I mean,
those are
they are
worth a
items
lot.
of value, so it would help. However, at this point, a lot of things have been provided at this point. And Warden, at least I feel, seems confident at this point. He's rolling a D4 plus 9 on top of his D20.
Okay, so
And his DC
don't
is 15.
crit. Says if you get a 2, we pass.
As long as he rolls a 4 on the D4.
Oh yeah, you're right. So you need a 6.
If he rolls a 5 or higher, he's good.
All right. Best of luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Does anyone have anything else they can do?
If the dice
I
decide
literally own nothing besides weapons and.
Here. You're the one I'm reviving, which you like to
Dice tower,
Or
dice
I
tower.
shouldn't
You know
touch
what?
it. With my track
Yes.
record,
You have to roll the Tower of Doom.
Actually, no. This is
No,
your
you
roll.
don't get to roll the Tower of Doom very often, so you should.
You,
That is true.
You should
Alright.
roll
Also,
the D
you have a
Did you start
penchant for
recording?
rolling a
I just
9.
realized.
In
We
there.
have been recording, yes.
Cool. Yeah, I'm back.
in
You
there.
almost always roll a
He's
7
back.
to 9. You don't
Ready?
roll anything good,
Yeah.
but that's all we need on this.
What do we roll?
Hey, this is 16.
Well,
Would
for
you like to
sure.
roll the D4
Yeah,
plus
that's
2?
two.
So that is an 18. That is a 27 for this attempt.
Nice.
So
These are nice
as
too.
It doesn't work.
as you reach down and you say whispering prayer to Gond, you reach out and with all of these items, everything just disappears into wisps of dust as though being snapped away by Thanos. And you close your eyes and metaphorically reach a hand out and begin to search for the lost souls. Now, a unique position that Trake is in is the reason this DC was higher than the average first revive DC. When you die, you are passing through the realm of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
However, once Undeath was introduced, he passed into another realm, the realm of Orcus. And so as you begin to reach into this spiritual, otherworldly realm, everything is dark. It's gloomy. It's angry and hateful. And as you're reaching in, there is only one thing that could even be considered as vibrant in this place. And you assume that to be Trake as you begin to move through and reach a hand out. Trake, as you have since become a zombie, Trake is pretty much metaphorically and spiritually curled up in the fetal position in a corner because he is so scared of what surrounds him. as it is nothing but legitimate death surrounding you. And you feel a hand touch your shoulder.
I jump and look. What is it?
It's a glowing yellow hand with an aura that you seem to recognize.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Daddy, is that you?
Daddy. So as Drake, you accept the hand and are pulled back up into life. You look down as you literally see your torso sealing up around this massive gaping wound. And your face that was covered in gravel and char is slowly having skin reapply itself over as this spell is taking hold.
And I feel like an idiot, but I had a superior healing potion. It was just in
Dude,
my
I need
blue
to
item
pee so
with
bad.
my other healing potion, so I didn't know I had it.
What happened?
He took your hand.
Nice. Wake up, half cradled in my lower arms.
The bathwater worked. You're welcome.
You're half in Nibs and half in Warden's arms at this point.
Nice. I don't want to do that again. That really sucked. And screw that wall. And when he looks over at the wall, yeah, he's gonna cast a wall of fire and just annihilate that entire side of the wall.
Okay.
Especially because it's blocking our door out.
Well, it's not
Well,
blocking. It's
well,
the
it's
door.
on either
The
side
wall
of it.
starts here and
Okay.
here. The door is here. So you cast it off to the side.
Okay, I can only cast it 4th level, unfortunately.
Okay. Well,
Lonely.
so as you cast it, the wall does not seem very happy.
Why did you do
And I am not going to have us go into another combat at this point. But it does take some time for you guys to kill both.
that?
Okay.
But for the time
Done
it took,
effed up, Ron.
for the time it took me to, how much time did it take me to set up and then cast?
It takes 6 seconds. It's merely the drawing of chalk, but you take extra time to gather supplies
Yeah,
to make
so
sure it's
about
a
6
success.
seconds. So I can give a D6, 2d6 to somebody else. Then 2d6 to.
Six
You just use a
damage,
healing
six.
potion.
Probably continue.
No, I used healing word. I didn't
Oh,
use
okay.
the potion. I'm
Uh,
at 19 health.
what are you at?
I'm at 49.
You at 1 health?
Yes, he is revived at 1 HP.
You roll 2d6 for health, and then so we're at the start of another 6, so I'll give a 2d6 to him.
Okay.
So you do
2d6?
another 2d6.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Hey, 8.
3 plus 2.
5. That's
so
not
sad.
better than nothing. Anyways,
I'm going to pour the superior healing potion down here. See.
Is it as an action?
Well, I mean, we're out of initiative.
Yeah,
I'm going
you
to.
can
I'm
go
going
ahead.
to give you that.
So what
So
is the
bullet.
superior? It's
8. I'm sorry.
8d4 plus 4, or
Plus
8d4 plus 8. So using it as an action gives
Max.
gives max roll. So that would be I believe
32
40.
plus.
yeah, it would be 40.
You get 40.
Plus 5, so yeah, just 45 health.
Yeah. I'm at 46. Dang, you just went all the way up to like halfway point. It's crazy.
Warden is going to, after the potion is poured over. Warden will look at him and say, "Do not fret, child," and he props you up on his shoulder. Anyways, Warden would like to once again survey this room.
So, Mike, as you're stepping over here, go ahead and roll perception or investigation for me.
Actually,
Big boy.
remember traps.
Big
Remember
boy.
what happened to 69. Yeah, damn it.
that a one?
1.
I think that's a 1.
Is that a 1 or this?
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
All
Okay.
right. Well, that was a good debut. Good job, buddy.
So, there, as
Train
you're
that.
kind of stepping over, you step into this, like, runic circle.
You're
that
dead.
You recognize as what you assume to be where the meeting of the chains, the ring of smoldering chains meets. So you step over, and some of these seats are really, really uncomfortable. You don't know why anyone would ever sit here.
So
And
there's
as
nails sticking out.
there are straight up nails sticking out of that one. Whoever sits in that one is a bit of a masochist. Or is just turned on by it. And as you kind of step up to the table, I mean, there's stuff here. You don't know what it is. You don't know anything. There's a couple items that I'd say you find on that table specifically. There's a set of potions. I'll say that's probably the biggest thing you find is a couple potions. There are just randomized potions. There's 4 regular healing potions.
Alrighty.
2 greater and a superior.
Nice.
There is also a potion of invisibility, 2 potions of speed, and a potion of flying.
You got that on that one.
There's gonna be a lot of shit on there.
Imagine what else he could have gotten.
Warden will speak to the rest of the party.
That was more off his passive investigation.
What Warden knows that the portal won't close anytime soon, right?
You don't know for certain,
I don't
but
know for certain.
you are not an arcane caster. This is an arcane
I'm gonna
spell.
help you out.
I do have a +8 in Arcana though.
4 regulars.
You can roll if you would like.
Is,
like
is he's
He is stabilized.
you healed him, right?
Yes, he is conscious.
Yes, and I did heal him.
I'm gonna
You're
hand
healing
him
all
a
of us,
street.
like, periodically.
Yeah, periodically.
He'll take it
Periodically, a
gladly.
2d6 is going to people.
You said a superior?
There is 1 superior, 2 greater, 4 regular.
That is a.
When the
7
wall
plus
dies, can I
It
cast
should last at least
Cauterizing
10
Flame?
minutes. You guys have been here for about 2.
8. Okay.
When the wall dies, can I cast Cauterizing Flame as a reaction?
Nibs is gonna start picking
It's
up
gonna take a
grim
while
big
for that
green
wall to die.
crystals that were on
Alright,
the
I
table.
got the
so you
healing
can
potions, a potion of invisibility.
I could have made that be a really, really dumb decision.
Warden
waiting
is
for it
going
to
to.
Because the wall was chill. And then it wasn't. And then you all kind of had to kill it.
I got regulars, superiors,
Or regulars, 2 greater,
graders, invisibility,
2 speed,
2 speed,
1 flying.
and flying.
Okay. Warden's going to call out to the party. It's like, we should not stay long, but I suggest we take what we can. And then we have 10 minutes by my calculations. So I'm telling the rest of the party to start looking around.
So, Mike,
Warden
with
with
your
emotion.
passive perception, one thing you notice is the furnace directly ahead of you is seeming to get hotter.
I'm quickly going to run over to where he died.
Okay.
Can I investigate his body?
There is no body.
Can I investigate the shit before that was? You said he fell and stuff fell off of him. or
Some
exposed.
things did fall off of him.
Can I do an investigation
go?
where he splattered?
Oh, how did you end up over here?
Because I ran over there and was grabbing all the crystals off the table.
Oh, so. Okay, so you run over here, and you find 2 items. The 2 things that fell off as his left shoulder holding seemingly a ring on his finger, and then his right arm which held his staff that he seemed to use as a focus, both of which dropped. You pick up the ring, you have no clue what this is. It is a small golden ring with an itty bitty like capsule, almost like you would have something to pry it open, but there seems to be no slit for you to open it. And the staff is a wrought iron staff that seems to be just made iron, steel, something very, very simplistic, up until the ornamental dragon head it uses as the handguard.
I quickly throw both in my bag.
Warden and Shrake are approaching behind Mikhail.
Okay. So if you 2 would both like to roll perception or investigation checks.
Hey, Warden, it's getting hotter over here.
Perception.
I'll roll a perception check first.
I should have rolled it in real life. Why did I do it
Why did you do?
I don't
Do
know.
it
I'm
in do
used-
it in real life. Come on,
What'd you
fool. Do
roll?
it in real life.
Okay.
I don't care what you roll. Do it in real life. I don't care if it was good or bad.
It was bad.
You still have you
I
guys.
rolled worse.
Oh, we still have blessed.
Is that a 1 or a 7?
You,
That's a
yeah,
seven.
you have bless. Oh, you should have rolled
So
that.
Oh,
to less.
yeah,
11.
you should have
You're
added
now
a
one head
D4.
less.
You're now one at a
Because
D4.
you three.
But, I mean, you already got all the potions.
+1.
Aha,
That's
I
a roll
rolled
in
a
here.
3.
Woo!
Well, it's on that one.
That is
James.
13 plus 3 plus 8.
24.
Do I need to make one as I'm
Well,
following
what are you-
along?
How?
Are
If
what
you
are
would like to, you can
Where?
investigate some of the other tables.
Run over to the other table and pick up all the
I
glass.
would actually like to go over to where Ketharaak was absorbed.
You
Oh,
already,
they
Okay.
already did that.
Oh,
That's where I'm at.
you already did.
Would you like to join Nibs
Yeah.
in doing that? Okay, so Petrus is going to go over to this table.
sorry, I missed that.
As you come up, Nibs is gonna just kind of look up at you and smile. And go, one more down. Just tomorrow.
But she's gonna exclaim in primordial. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, it was just gonna kind of smile a bit.
He's not.
And
Okay.
James, what did you do?
we're by the furnace thing.
You guys are nearby, yeah. It is right there.
Didn't even bite it. Oh, we took the cheese off of it.
He doesn't like it.
Eat it, eat it,
He
eat it.
loves it. That's not the problem. He's sick right now. He's just not paying attention.
Is there anything else in this area for us to what we have to look into?
No.
Okay.
What did I see? Shrek, what did you do?
I rolled a 12.
So the pair of you guys are searching together, so you guys find this stuff together. You guys find a fancy looking rapier
Okay.
that as you pull up, it doesn't have like a hand guard. It is merely like one continuous needle. And it has a small, very small guard. So it doesn't have like the full wrap that you would generally see a rapier have. It just has the little guard.
Yep.
It has a very, very illustrious pommel with some gems encrusted inside of it and some runes there that seem to be like evocation runes. And this thin, very, very fine blade
Okay.
stretching out. That is one of the things you find. You also find a wand. Stick that, and you find a trio of books that are, even without you like going out of your way to sense magical things,
You know.
those are magical. You
Warden
know.
knows. Warden knows. Okay. Anything else?
That is what you guys find there.
Cool. So I've got a special rapier, wand, and a trio of books.
So, Mikhail, as you particularly are noticing this furnace get hotter and hotter, over about the next 30 seconds, it continues to get hot, up until the point where you actively see a shadow in the flame. You kind of peer closer and really pay attention to it, and it appears to be a body. As the furnace shuts off and a body shoots out onto the ground here as a lifeless body of Ketharaak is spit from the furnace.
Lifeless. Can I roll for that to see if it's
Yeah,
lifeless?
sure.
What would that be? It doesn't matter. It's a 9.
I'm gonna go.
Plus 8 for insight.
Guys, and I'm gonna
Insight.
jump over the table and go look at it.
17 if it's insight.
If
Nari,
you wanna
so
go ahead
you and
and
I,
roll-
we're looking at that thing just flop out.
You can roll Arcana.
This is
would like
ugly,
to
or
draw
is this hot boy
rapier.
or ugly?
This is. I mean, he seems completely
What does it
normal.
need to
He's
roll?
not ugly. He's not hot.
Is this pre-fight or super?
This actually looks like a younger version of Ketharaak.
Hold on.
Not like super younger, but like
Would you say this would be medicine or insight?
This is a rebirth.
For
you
with
can
insight?
do insight. With an insight of 17, you don't really know what's going on here.
So
like
as
it's a body. It's a younger body of his. You don't
so
know why.
as he jumps over that, Nibs is going to use cunning act. I'm going to get as fast as I can to him before he gets the body, and I'm going to take the soul cage and I'm going to run towards the door.
Wait. He has the soul cage.
He does. I'm
He's
going.
gonna go
Do you
take
give
it.
him the soul cage?
I'm like, give me that. And I say, don't you get that near his body? And I'm gonna go for the soul cage and try to get it and run away from the body.
We're just gonna like look at you.
What?
Okay, weirdo.
All right.
And he just joinks it and.
I'm going to use my bonus action and my action and my key points, and I'm going to use dash 3 times and go out the door.
You can dash twice. Key points use a bonus action.
Okay.
You use a key point and your
I'm
bonus
going
action.
to move.
You
dash
you
twice.
dash.
So that's
5,
enough
10,
to
15.
get out the portal.
It gets you right by the door, and you can get out.
Because then it's full motion, and as I go, I'm gonna go. As soon as I grab it, I'm gonna go. Time to go, Nardi. And I'm just run.
I'm gonna go stab the body.
You go. You stab the body. Nothing.
I rolled a.
Throw it in the back.
I would like-
What did you want me to roll?
Castrate him.
You can roll an Arcana if you want.
there-
Arcana would probably be the best.
Demon
Are
nuts.
there-
Gotta be.
Are there things that I could use to brand him somehow?
He's immune to fire.
Anyways.
Ice.
No.
Ice.
Can I ice brand him with
Ice.
my rapier somehow?
You can adapt.
Can we stop
to it.
trying to
I'd love to
mutilate the
try.
bodies?
I'm gone.
No,
I'm
this man was.
Warden
confronting
is
my
Can I ask you
rapier
for a jar?
for
Wait, I'll wait.
years.
Okay, hold on. Warden is going to verbally state, please stop mutilating the body.
So as Mikhail, you kind of think about it. Your brain kind of flips through a book in your mind, and you're like, "Oh, that's his clone." You know the idea of a clone to be a very, very high-level arcane casting, which requires the soul from one body, which created another husk for it to inhabit once that body dies.
Gotcha.
But
Could
due to
we
the fact,
put him in that body? I'm not Gene. Sorry, I'm not there.
I was gonna say, you're not playing the right character for that right now. Theoretically possible.
That would have been so sweet. Just like, screw the rest of the mission. You're dead. I died. That means our contract is technically broken. We're free. But they use funky magic, so I don't know if it's true, but that's technically we died.
So,
True.
you're looking at this and you're like, oh, well,
Just got rid of one of my
it's
tabs.
obvious. The soul wasn't able to get to his body.
From
So it's just a husk.
I'm going to study his face. I'm going to learn how to be him.
And then
Yes!
And if anyone who approaches while I'm doing it, I'm going to be step the fuck back.
How long do you
Wait
have to
your
study
turn.
it?
I do go up to you and like, can we
I
get
would
a jar?
like for you to attend my meeting with me tomorrow.
Okay.
Are
Please,
you gonna
no.
break the contract? You swore not to change.
I'm not in there.
No, in the
I'm not in the
And-
city.
no,
It's only while I'm in the city.
And the thing is, he doesn't have to change right now. He just has to study.
No, but if he
I
changes in
technically
here,
will.
he will
as
change,
soon
and
as-
then he'll walk out, and he's fine.
See,
Well, I
technically
think it
will
was
change-
maintain your
Yeah.
form.
while in the city.
But
so
he's out of the city, and then he enters
Which
the
means-
city.
Right, as a, and then they named it specifically. Maintain your form as this. And then
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll
you did.
change
I remember something like that.
as part of the studying him, but I can change back before I go back into the pastry shop.
So if I go up to you and say, "Can we get a jar? Can we get a jar for this guy?" You're gonna immediately.
Wait your turn.
Yes,
Anyways,
Warden.
back when everyone was rolling, I rolled a 17. It doesn't matter if it's Arcana, Insight, or Medicine. It's all plus 8.
25.
Has all of his wounds seemingly healed? It is like a perfectly normal body.
Except for your
Would
Younger, too.
younger
Except for
too?
where I just stabbed him once.
Would Warden assume, or
He said it's
with the knowledge he has, it would be this would be considered his body's rebirth,
I don't know if I'd call it a rebirth.
or whatever this hell that the devils go through.
No.
Wait,
That
is the
was
furnace gonna keep going? Because he came out and he's dead. So the furnace like,
Oh,
just start
thank you.
making another one and they come out dead.
all over my
And they
hands.
make it
No, it's a
And my
singular
laptop.
casting of the clone spell.
and shove
Third
that.
form.
So that's what
yeah.
Warden would
Dice
deduce.
are
It is a
best
clone
eaten.
spell.
No!
Not
Okay.
swallowed.
Or that at least it was some arcane thing, not the devil's very slow, arduous
Do we have
process of
easy crust we
recreating
can
them.
shove in his mouth?
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
Well, Warden is going to tell Mikhail
Okay,
to.
no, I'm gonna let you leave it.
He's.
Do you only have one?
Mikhail don't care right now.
What's
Well-
his. No, I don't even know what he's saying.
No, I'm just watching.
I'm just writing stuff down in my aliases list.
Okay.
How long has
What's
passed?
his race technically?
Hey.
He is a blue Abishai.
That's what it was. Okay.
How long has passed since my initial 10-minute adventure?
It's about 5. We're about 5 to 7 minutes in.
Okay. I'm going to tell him if it's about 5 to 7 minutes in. I'm telling him we're leaving in 3 minutes.
That's very common.
Well, Warden's deduction was the portal was going to close in 10,
In
and
a-
it's been 5.
You
to
can
7
bring the
minutes.
body with us.
Yes, I know. I'm literally in.
He, and he
3
only
minutes.
needs a minute of staring, so.
Oh well, I'm gonna. As soon as he's done, I'm gonna shove the body in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Also, I've been continually healing for many minutes now.
And also, the body is wearing the set of armor that Ketharaak was.
No, we need to.
Can I figure out what? Well, we'll figure that out later.
He's dead. Let's leave before it gets worse. I'm with Nibs now.
I've been healing for many minutes now. Well, actually, how long did?
How
it
long
last
did
for?
he heal us before I ran away?
I get.
He gets 1 full
I get
minute of
10.
2d.
So I
So he
get,
would get 20 d6.
which I've already given out 3. So it'll be 7 more.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 1.
And then I'm gone.
I'm gonna give 2 to myself. What, you need 1 more, or?
I mean, I can take one. I'm still at.
He's still low.
Okay. I'm gonna give. Okay, what, 7?
I would love a 7.
11.
You still have more health than like everyone but him because he got healed heavily. All right. 46, 46.
46.
Because that's two charges, 2 charges,
Yeah, so Mike, you can heal
2
yourself
charges,
4d6.
and Petrus can do.
Petrus is not within your range. So Petrus.
Oh, he is now within.
Yeah,
range.
Petrus is over there.
15.
Okay.
And
Then
along
I will
with
give
those
myself
things,
a 3d6.
along with those things, Trake, you
Yes.
find
Tim.
as you're looking through, the one thing you find is this little like golden and platinum orb that as you kind of look inside, you kind of put your eye up to it and kind of look at it. And this seems to be a kind of storage container for currency. And as you kind of shake it around, you hear the clanking of thousands of coins, like faintly in your ear.
Take that one.
He is just going to.
Drake silently kind of puts it away. You guys see that he found something. You don't know what it is, though. He found a little like glass orb.
I'll
Is
write that down.
Ketharaak
I haven't
the
written
All-Knowing?
anything down
Very
yet.
cool.
Huh?
Ketharaak the All-Knowing?
So he is Ketharaak's full title. Is Ketharaak the most knowing,
Most known.
enslaver of minds and master of something? I don't know. It's a title for title's sake. Let me find it.
Master of something or other.
So, Ketharaak the most knowing, master of wisdom, and slaver of minds.
Why can I not tap my screen?
Because it can sense your gaydar.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It's a little late to the game.
Or maybe you're just the hoax.
The beard.
Yep, weird.
Not the beard!
Not the beard!
I know the context of that didn't work, but I thought it was fine.
It is fine. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. Okay. So,
John Royce Davies says it.
Nibs is out. Nari.
Are you headed out as well after Stabby Stabby?
After stabbing and looking around where he left and any items he left behind and such.
Yeah, Petrus will also join you guys outside after kind of looting his own little corner of the place. Mike's gonna wait a minute to take the form of Ketharaak and then kind of turn back into Mike before leaving.
Warden.
Warden's gonna take the body with. Shrake, is there anything you would like to do?
He wanted a jar.
You wanted a door?
Well, they already picked Ketharaak up, right?
Yeah, he already put him in a bag of holding.
How many more minutes do we have?
Not very many.
Like a minute and a half, 2.
We're all walking this way. He'll run ahead. No one's checked this table yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
That's the one
That
I
table
shattered
is
everything.
shattered and
I broke-
destroyed.
Only one person checked that table?
Petrus has cleared that table out.
Oh. There's nothing else on this table, though?
Not really. That seems to be
I
of
mean,
worth.
you can go look at the eyeballs that generated flesh columns.
You know what I'll do? I'll leave it completely up to chance. I'm gonna grab random things, and not based on perception or investigation at all. Just
Okay.
grab random stuff.
Okay. You grab a whole bunch of unenchanted crystals, wands, and a couple knives
Maybe.
that Ketharaak had not yet gotten to.
Okay.
And you... As everyone leaves, and we can, for the first time in like a month, remove this map from the table.
It's only been a month.
When you think of it as only like a minute and a half, calling it a month of time has passed since this map got put out.
Oh, so
People on
you
the other
guys
side of the table, you wanna
realize
help
that
out?
if you would not have been within 60 feet, if you'd have been 65 feet or not had a reaction, the soul would have gone into that body, and we would have had to fight him again in a younger body.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Help.
Yikes, wikes.
Thank
We were dead. There was no way at that point.
But if you were out of range to get the soul, you technically had a second chance.
Technically, yes. How kind of you, sir.
Right?
Yeah, it's
1 out of the 3 sessions, you guys rolled pretty poorly, and Ketharaak didn't. So, you know, it kind of tipped the scales a little bit in his
He said,
favor.
you know what? I really think that's a problem.
I really think that's actually a
that's a
y'all
personal problem. Yeah, it was our personal problem.
problem. Okay.
So,
Anyways, we
as
are
you guys
back.
come out, Nibs is eating. He's got a large plate of the little scones, and he's got fresh tea because you all were a minute or 2 behind him, and he's sitting at the table just kind of munching on it and drinking tea. And as you guys come out, he's going to just kind of
Take
step
that
up
in,
on the table and then pour fill up tea glasses for each of you guys. For each of you as you walk out, penis included.
Yeah, Penis walks out sooner than
Yeah,
us.
yeah. So, and as we come out, Nibs is going to pour
Okay, stop.
tea in each of them, and then if you come out close enough, he's going to pour whiskey in the tea glasses.
Nice.
Go around in a circle, and then as you guys come out and walk out, he's going to kind of smile at y'all and go, "Here's to a new life and new beginnings."
Or
And
yes,
fuck, I
another
wish we
act.
could leave.
New life. And let's get out of here.
We've got 8 o'clock in the morning.
Nara's just gonna.
Oh yeah, she's like,
she's ready for another before your toast is done.
and I'm gonna just hand you the bottle. I was like,
Pours another shot.
yeah. It's like,
Warden puts the whole shot glass in his mouth
choose
and
it.
swallows it.
Cheers.
Yeah. Tea glass. Yeah.
Petrus
Nothing
at this
happens.
point, as Trake steps through, Petrus, who is finishing his shot. Well, finished debts?
Paid in full. What do we owe him? I can't remember.
You guys, his cost was 2,500. You guys him 1,500 to start. He's looking to Trake as of now, and Trake.
And that's weird. It doesn't show currency.
Would you like to open up? You don't have 1,000 gold on hand.
No way. But also, oh, that's management.
Well, actually, you
I have
maybe you do.
1,785.
you have 1,700. Okay, so if you want to give him 1,000 gold, he.
I'm gonna start counting up in copper and just kidding, and then give him the 1,000 gold I set aside.
Little lad, I can't say it's been a pleasure, but I can say I almost died for it. So, well earned. All right. Well,
Enjoy your loot.
yeah. Don't worry. I'll also be at Advar's if you really need me again, but it'll cost you more. It wasn't a pleasure. It wasn't an honor. Fuck y'all. I hate the nickname penis.
Alright.
And he just walks out.
But yeah. What a penis.
This is like, yeah, you're like, well, that honestly went better than I expected.
Oh, honey.
And I'm gonna refill everyone's glass when we're, or
Did you
cup.
get anything? Did you grab anything?
And it's like, I've got some couple odd ins and ins, but
Throws down a bag of a whole bunch of crap that I don't know how quickly I identify that it's crap, but it's just
It's
random
like
things
Warden
he shoved
is
into a
just-
big sack.
I gotta go. Thank you.
It's metal for your
So-
melting pot.
I
So
know.
I'm
what-
gonna-
Warden is
let-
just going to
Gather.
just very quickly, just well,
Like
not
Wally?
quickly, but just
Yep.
gather it into the
Literally
bag.
like Wally.
So
And
I'm
states,
gonna hold up another glass and go, here's to success. May tomorrow's meeting be less complicated.
And with that, let us get going. I do not suggest we
Get
stay.
going where?
His hard
Back to
house.
the-
Are
Oh. I thought that's where we were at, my bad.
No.
No, we're at the pastry shop.
Sorry, I'm
We're at the
looking.
pastry shop in a private room, and we're about to all exit. And guess
Portal's
who's not
gone, right?
going to exit?
Portal is still open.
Door still open? How much longer is the
check.
Like a minute.
It's like, I'm gonna see.
A minute goes and the portal's still open.
Okay, well,
Well, this
Warden's
is the problem.
deduction was at least 10 minutes, and he doesn't really want to.
His
stay
deduction
there.
was not a high roll.
No, it wasn't.
He's like, check.
Can I make a check on the wall? What would I do? Just
It's
to-
burned, right?
Yeah.
one wall is burned, but the other wall on the other side is not.
No, it is not.
I've never really investigated it or anything like that. Could Trake make a quick investigation?
So Drake wants to run back in and
Go back.
investigate the wall.
Oh no,
That's a
not run
bad-
back in. Just like the portal's open, right? Is it like a doorway and I can see through it?
You can see through it. That is also 100 feet away to that wall.
Yes.
That's a perception, not investigation is
Are you getting
okay. Perception is oh yeah, that's a light fixture.
All right, then the near wall, which is already dead.
Okay, you can investigate the near wall. You have to go into the room to do so. But
I'm
You
not
should
going
just
in the
poke
room.
your head in.
Okay, perception check in that case.
He's like,
Can you
"Well,
roll
sure,
a
you don't want to
history
go back in through the
I-
portal?"
Can you
not-
roll a history check to see
No.
what he saw when he ran past?
just roll a damn perception. It's your best stat one. Anyway.
I know.
And that's a 5.
Plus my guidance.
Okay, what is your overall roll?
That's a 9 to 11.
What are you trying to look for?
Just that this thing was tempting people towards it. Try to making. What was it? What was the wall?
It was a wall of flesh that wanted more flesh.
You needed higher than that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
need a lot
so-
higher than that to get anything.
So
really.
I'm gonna crawl up onto Warden's shoulder and then kind of reach down towards you. And it's like, come on, let's get a ride back. We need some rest. We all need to center ourselves.
Warden, with him perched on one shoulder, with the other shoulder, he's going to, with both arms, create like a stepping ladder almost up to his shoulder.
One arm, second arm.
in his mouth and he was spitting it around.
Oh,
Does Trake
that was-
accept?
Yes.
It's okay, we don't need those.
And he's very, very tired. He might fall asleep and
Yeah.
while piggybacking.
I'm going to look at you and pull out a little bit of rope and just kind of hand it to you. This didn't work earlier, but you wrap it around. I'm gonna kind of just tie you to around Warden's neck. So if you
No,
fall
here,
off,
you can have this.
you won't fall off.
Yeah. Warden, would you be okay if there was a rope around your neck and just behind you I was just like this with the tie around my shoulders?
I think he would be.
Yeah.
All right.
Warden just walks.
I don't really care.
Sweet.
So
Okay, so you guys make your way from the southern side of the plume around the parade grounds, back up.
can we beat it before curfew?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay.
You're still an hours away from the horns blowing at this point.
All right. So when we get there, I was like, Warden. Yes, I was gonna. I'm going to. I'm going to give you the dragon-headed staff and say, when you get a minute, you might be able to figure out what this is.
Understood.
And then I'm going to go to sleep. I am too exhausted for any emotional bullshit tonight.
So do I have two small things sleeping on my shoulders right now?
No, once we get there, I'm not.
Oh,
As
okay.
soon as you get there, and like Trake's on your back like a backpack. So you kind of grab the ropes and pull him up. Do you like set him in a bed or something?
Yeah, basically.
Just like into a bed.
Well, Warden's still up on the walk back and everything else. He's been pondering the fight and also trying to understand why he can't remember like the majority of the fight. But he's going to take all of the items that he looted, plus the dragon staff, and like lay it out. I'm assuming you're there.
Mm-hmm.
We all, you're there, so you're watching me do this. And I'm going to start studying the items to figure out what they are.
All right. So you go through and ritually cast Identify on a whole bunch of items. So you have the staff, the rapier, the armor, and the books.
Yes.
So, as you go through, the staff is called the Staff of the Dragon. The rapier is called Frostbite.
Ooh, I like that.
The armor is Dragon Scale Mail of the red variety. The wand is a wand of lightning bolts.
Hold on.
I don't care. And the books. Why are you doing this on your phone?
Because my thing slipped around right now and it was being a butt and wouldn't let me type.
Well, I have all the notes, so you don't.
There are
Hold on,
things over there.
Okay, trio books.
And the trio of books are manuals. The Manual of Quickness of Action,
How to pick
a
up
Manual
chicks.
of Bodily Health,
How to pick
and then
up
the Manual of Leadership and Influence.
Bless you. Bless you.
Man, he going schnoz mode.
Alright.
Cool.
So the two of us are out. We're not. Yeah.
The two of you are out. You guys are in your separate rooms. However, I would not say
We can take a long rest.
you can take a long rest if you would like right now. However, you guys both have your own little things that you have not kind of shown to the party.
Correct.
If you would like to play with them or look at them or attempt to figure out what's going on with them,
Wait,
we
who?
can start with that.
Nibs knows,
Drake and Nibs.
Nibs knows what he's doing with his. He's not going to look at
All the BS he
Okay.
scooped up, assorted gems.
It's not gems or anything. It's
What's all
it's
the
it's like crystal balls with not an actual crystal.
it.
But like-
Quartz, like works quartz, things like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of dumb stuff, wands, some daggers, some staves, all of it's non-magical.
Silver
Yeah.
items, you know, like,
So of value, but
Not incredible value.
yeah,
Yeah.
coppers and
Leave
silver.
this trash on.
Not-
Who mess with that?
Who should add all those to their sheet? Because Trey cannot carry all those.
I think you.
Warden's gonna keep
Warden.
them for now. He
I-
has them.
Yeah,
so.
I have them.
So Trek passed out, and then
Yeah.
was put on the bed. So
However, I will say, the Staff of the Dragon, when you identify it, you can't figure out everything that goes on with it because you have to attune to it.
Yes.
However, it very much sounds like something that Nibs would be interested in, and Frostbite being her peer obviously kind of seems like something Nari would probably be interested in.
If Nari has seen frostbite, she's just gonna like sneak it.
Well, I haven't told you what it is yet.
but she's standing
It's
around with the
it's
three.
it's it's a weapon that she's the only character that uses, so
the three
it doesn't make sense for Warden to hold on to it.
Those
Which
are cool
Warden
names,
will
so it's Nari's.
Warden will carry out the dishing of things tomorrow morning.
We get back by 9.
You guys get back by 8:30.
PM.
Alright, so I will hit long rest for Nibs.
It would be PM.
Long run?
Yep, you guys can hit a long rest if you would like.
After all of that fighting and all of that different stuff, Warden is going to run analysis on himself.
And don't forget to reset the max health. It actually does reset.
Yeah, it does reset your max HP. So you definitely do want to make sure you're resetting it because you all added 14 HP for the the lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So Nikolai and Nari, I have added something to your character sheets if you want to refresh.
Feats or...
They are items.
It's a child.
No. What would you do if there was a child right in front of you?
And kicked a baby.
Kick the baby.
Before resting,
You
Warden
seem like-
wishes to, as he usually does, where he either tinkers or combat trains, but instead he's going to
What's wrong?
run analysis on himself after the battle.
Okay.
Because it was like, well, that was a very abrupt amount of memory loss.
Go ahead
It's
and
nothing.
roll a history check.
Okay.
What's up, Bubba?
That is a 17.
Refresh your page.
I did.
17.
Yes.
As you try to scan through your memories, your automated system, you seem to realize that it activated something that you haven't really seen before, and in that, it almost reverted you to a primal state
You don't need to take
In the
the
robotic
trash
sense.
man.
in the robotic sense, and with that, you have some sense of what you would say ASICs did in that moment, but you do not have perfect recollection. You have a general idea.
Okay.
So did you see what got
Yeah, I saw.
I don't know. Let's scroll up.
It was an
Oh, right there.
You have
Well,
to equip
he's
it
going
and
to
then
enter-
attune to
Sorry,
it to
I
really
don't
see it.
sleep. What I meant to say was, interesting.
But we might need to wait because of attunement slots and things.
Yeah, if you have your attunement slots full, you may want to wait a little while. Because if you get rid of your fire resistances or immunities, you might have a tough time.
We no longer have immunity
Well, I would just be switching out my blades.
to poison.
James, no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, if you want to remove that from your character sheet, all those immunities you got from the feast.
All your
Which is frightened, poison, and poisoned. Well, interesting.
Resistance to fire. I forgot I had that. Yay. Too
Man, I really like this interface for the app, but I can't do anything. It's so...
bad. It's because you to modify it, you have to go onto the website, and edit the character. It's perfect for everything until you have to change something.
Yeah, I realized that, the description of Warden on my sheet, I realized it while looking at my character sheet on my phone, but it is so out of date.
Yeah.
It was from, my original draft of the character. It doesn't have what my actual character looks like by any means.
All right. So as you guys rise this next morning, you kind of gather around a table. And it is now time for you guys to discuss. You guys have a meeting. However,
It's early.
you also have
How
a
long?
thing that will teleport you straight home, about an hour and a half.
Until we need to show up.
Until, if you wish to go, you
I'm
have an hour and a half
gonna
till you need to
I'm
show
gonna
up.
look at Nari when we get there in the morning and say I'm gonna look across the table at you and go, Nari, and I'm going to toss you the ring across the table and say, that might be worth your mother's freedom. He's out of play.
It's a ring.
It's the ring that
Ketharaak
wears. He goes, there's a power vacuum. If your father finds about it about first, and if you give him that ring as proof there's a power vacuum, it might, at the very least, he'll be more inclined to let us live.
Warden would like to recall all of that meeting and figure out what the relationship between Ketharaak and her daddy was.
So, go ahead and roll me a history
You're
check
right.
again.
You were told. This is my guess. I didn't hear the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, or we keep our mouths shut about what we did.
Or just moreover, just kind of what the general...
Just go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll. That is a 12. I'm sorry.
Overall 12.
Yes.
The general idea that you got, Ketharaak was the head of the Ring of Smoldering Chains. Or at least the emissary from the devilish assembly that was a part of this. Not necessarily the head. And him and Passat, who was the Afriti head's side, were kind of the leadership of this ring. And then the three others, which included Assat, her father. They all worked together very closely. Now, that doesn't mean they liked each other. In fact, you would have guessed from the meeting, most of them didn't really like each other. But they worked together and were seemingly very good at their job.
And the Afriti...
So
what I recall, the Afriti guys didn't really like the demon guy, the devil guys.
That's not necessarily.
It wasn't.
But they didn't like the Emperor.
It wasn't Ketharaak.
God King.
Assat didn't.
But so the thing is, it's a gamble. But it's like, would her knowledge be? Is it a good idea to let him know he's gone? Would that be valuable information?
Yeah.
Or
Would that be something I could leverage for
his?
So the thing is, it is a position that an Afriti is not the one who fills.
Right.
That
well,
is
he could get someone that he dislikes less.
possibly. You guys don't know City of Brass politics well.
Watch
So
them be like Bond brothers or some shit, and he's gonna be really upset.
It really is a shot in the dark.
Is there anything besides Warden that anyone could roll to figure out if this is a good idea?
Well,
I
you
can
could
roll,
look at the item and
divine-
figure out what it is.
I can pray to my
The ring?
god.
Yeah.
He could look at the
You
ring.
just know that it's a golden ring with
I
a
know
small.
it's his ring, and
Yeah.
it's obvious that it's his ring.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try to identify the ring.
So
Could I try also rolling history to see if he had it when I was a kid, or
that'll be a very high DC, but you can go ahead and try to roll.
Why don't
Guidance.
you
You
try
got
to
this.
roll?
Guidance
Nat
at a
20.
D4.
Why don't you try to remember like the interactions of your father and him?
that wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, she only met Ketharaak once.
And he tortured her.
Well, not torture. He didn't torture her, but he wasn't. He was creepy.
there. He was there and suggested the branding of all the slaves in Assad.
So add a D4 to this.
Or
Add a D4.
Yeah.
So track the D4.
Do you want me to roll
So,
to try to
track the
identify this ring?
D4. Sure.
yeah.
You don't have to roll anything. She just has to.
Well, I did not meet the DC.
What did you roll?
A2 and A3.
So 5. Yeah, you have absolutely no clue if this was a ring that Ketharaak wore when you were young.
Well, what is the ring?
So as you identify it, you kind of peer into it, and as you're doing the casting of your spell,
I think it's his ring.
I think it's a spell ring.
you. Any other theories before I continue?
It's
I think it's a ring of soul story.
Could basically, yeah, go for it.
Any? Okay, so as you kind of
Alright,
peer
then.
around, you find this.
It might just be this fucking.
As you're identifying, you're like detecting the magic surrounding it, and you kind of form the weave in a certain way, and this little bit pops off the top, and
shit.
a flood of this like red cloud puffs up, and
shit.
the upper body of a fire genie is floating above you.
It was a.
Which fire genie?
It is a fire genie. You don't know which. And
They all look the
it
same.
says, "You're not Ketharaak." Well, anyway, the owner of the ring is the owner of me. I am Advarius.
I'm currently holding this thing.
At this point, I still have 2 wishes to give.
Oh shit. Warden, obviously. Well, actually no. That's arcane.
I didn't expect that.
I did roll identify. And I
Um,
do.
I'm gonna look at.
master
I'm gonna
roll,
kind of
okay.
look at him and look at him.
Why are
and
there
you-
so many people?
It's like
Generally, people like to do this alone.
it's like we like orgies.
I was about to say that.
We see it in unison.
Well, if that would be your wish, I
No.
could give you the grandest orgy you have
He
ever.
goes.
Warden,
He goes. He goes. Why don't you? He goes.
Warden is holding the ring.
Warden, put it back, please. He says. It's like flip the.
I can take some time if you would like to discuss. And he just goes back into the ring and it clamps shut.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look over at Warden.
Warden's gonna close his fist very tightly because he's like, "This is dangerous."
Can I roll insight on magic rings, or would that be history, or what would it be?
He literally just said wish, but if you wanted,
No, you understand. This is literally like some genies, powerful genies, can give wishes,
Right.
and those genies can be trapped in an item.
Right.
You would assume Ketharaak trapped this genie in an item.
Warden
Right.
knows exactly what it is. so
But
he is
what
ripping
happens
that
when
thing.
there's 2 more wishes to give? So some genies are like person to person. Each person who owns me has. 3
That is not
wishes.
how genies work in D&D.
Right.
Okay,
I don't
guys,
know that.
straight
I was
up.
gonna see if Trake knew that.
We
There's
got
a number
2
of wishes
options.
till the
We
tree
got-
is
would-
released.
We've
Trade
got
it
2
out.
options. One, we use a wish, and then trade 1 wish to her father for her mother. Or 2, we wish for her to have all his stuff, and then him be destroyed.
There are
Wait.
so many other things you could do with 2 wishes.
There's so many things we can
Oh
do
yeah,
with
yeah.
2 wishes.
But
the
it's, I
possibilities
gave
are endless.
her the ring.
I was holding.
I tossed it to you, and you asked if you
yeah,
said you should.
he does have to be holding it to cast Identify on it.
But you're in possession. But I'm like, I tossed it to her and said, "This is for your mom."
Yes.
He did specifically give it to Nar.
Yes.
So-
But Warden is not taking possession of it, but more just holding it
Right.
because he knows the power of a wishing ring
Right.
and wishes to not.
So the other option.
wish for
So
what?
that was my first thought. My second one.
To finish that sentence.
My second thought is Nibs. If it was Nibs' call, he would.
Well, you can just discuss it as in
We
character.
can just
I was
discuss
just gonna
this. We're
say-
discussing this right
Yeah,
now.
we're like getting like.
I-
Warden is
I would
going
say-
to
Is
verbally say.
is he powerful enough to break the hold
Is it
in-
powerful enough to break the fold?
to
Yeah.
fold without
Not
the ritual?
perhaps not even just the fold, but also to ensure that with the breaking of the fold, it plays out in a way that's
You would
actually
guess
beneficial.
absolutely not.
Okay.
That he does not
But-
have the power. To
I don't
break the
even need
fold.
to roll
But-
Arcana
So-
for that.
Okay.
to
so that's
clarify
one option.
something,
Can
the
he
fold
break
is
the
the
soul? Can he
equivalent
break
of
the
a
contract?
12th level spell,
Can
which
he-
is a 9th level spell.
Can he break the contract that forces us to go back?
I do not know.
Bless you.
Let's see.
It's a wish spell. It's 9th level. You and I already died, so there's a chance depending on. Okay, let's rephrase this. If it wasn't Zach, then we'd be fine. But Zach's gonna screw us. So I want to use this wish.
You're saying you aren't just as mean, if not meaner, as a DM?
I'm not.
I think we said
He
all
says
with
I
for
am.
immortality.
That's a terrible idea.
He'll turn you into a rock.
I was gonna say
Dude,
it's
that's really smart.
Anyway,
Warden's going to.
Anyway, so there's a lot of options, but anyway, I'm just gonna step back. Nibs is just gonna say, the
Warden,
only thing
okay,
he's gonna
I will say, just for discussion's sake, Warden did fill in the party of what this is, the dangers and potentials of it, as well as
okay. Nari doesn't know. What the fuck
I'm
that
not
is,
letting go of
Or Claire
this
doesn't know what that is.
It's a wish.
easily.
Wish is a 9th level spell that can be used to literally alter the world.
You can alter the
But we can't alter the fate, and we can't alter the titans.
Yeah. There are quite... It's very
If
loosely
your
you can
mother
alter
is
pretty much.
dead, It is powerful enough to bring her back to us right here, correct? Like,
Yes,
in
it can
front of
cast any other 9th or lower level spell.
can it bring her back to Nari from the point where she is freed Nari? You were a child, she sold you. Can we bring her from that point to this point?
But what if
Wish
she's
does not
alive?
go through time.
'Kay.
Wish is a current.
That's why I was asking that. We don't even know if she's alive. But regardless
Well,
she's
no,
alive
we-
or dead,
You guys have been told that she, at this point, as far as they know, is still alive.
That's true.
She is
So-
no longer a part of his concubine.
we could just
Well, he
wish for her to
is.
be here and then beam
Huh?
out,
She
right?
is, I thought, because she's being just kept in a room.
No,
Used for special occasions,
Well,
kind of thing.
he did not fully explain what was going on. He had said that she is in the Long Castle, which, from what you guys know, is literally like a maximum security prison.
I
but-
thought she had spent time in the Long Castle and then
Was
had since
free.
come back. Yes,
Yes, that is what was said. It was never said that she is back in his possession.
that's fair.
So, yeah.
That's why this morning's meeting was even a thing, because he was busy and didn't want to have the conversation.
Anyways,
What happens to a wish ring when all the wishes have been used?
When both
destroys.
wishes. Yeah, it's
So imagine
Does he
Genie's,
get released right in front of us?
and-
or?
yeah.
Instead of like the Disney version of Genie where anyone who possesses it can have 3 wishes,
So you could
as
kill
soon
us,
as the
but-
3 wishes are up, the vessel breaks and the genie's free.
But where does the
It
genie
has
go?
to be recaptured
hates you?
again.
Fucks off to wherever he feels like going.
Or
'cause
he
he's
kills
super
everyone.
Could he just
Or he
undo
can-
the
he
wish he
can-
just did?
He can kill us. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's-
So you don't want to use the last one.
Well,
it's if it's the genie doesn't like us for some reason.
Can
But
you
it-
cast last wish and say kill yourself? And then...
I don't think it can harm himself.
Yeah.
I
I can read
Well,
something.
I would assume that if we were on the prime material plane, like the genie would just be
So
basically
here is-
evaporate into his plane.
It has 3 charges of the wish spell, and it becomes non-magical when the last charge is used. Now, generally, a ring of 3 wishes, according to D&D, does not contain a genie.
But that's
This
he's-
one does.
Like
Can we wish for more wishes?
no.
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 Dang.
Can't wish for love.
Well, you could,
well,
but
actually, it's anything that's a 9th level spell or below,
I don't.
or something
I'm not
that is
familiar
within,
enough with-
within the realm of a 9th level spell.
I'm a fighter. That's not coming to me anytime
I'm
soon.
a wacky, sticky bonk.
so could we ask for
We
5,
could
6
ask-
levels apiece?
Could we ask for our?
That might be still above the case of a wish.
Could we
That's what I
ask for the assurance that our missions will be? That might be difficult. So
That's divination, not...
Divination, which is my thing, and I can tell you right now.
no, that our missions would be completed, or our mission to.
Yeah, well, that's saying, look
Again,
into the future and tell me if
That's-
we complete this.
Again,
That's
a
divination.
and
Which is a
Warden
spell.
is telling you no.
Which is a spell,
He's
but
not going to ask his god.
it doesn't... Genies
But
don't
also-
travel time.
No, okay, that's.
The farther into the future it is, the more difficult it is.
We're
for me
thinking
to get
wishes
it accurate.
literally, and they're thinking logistically. Like, if it's a wish, you can do anything. But in
I
the
was gonna say-
game, wish is a spell, and it doesn't actually count as a wish. It just means you can
Now,
do any other spell.
Here's the
in
thing.
The game
You
that's
could
not-
wish for anything. If it's not something he can do, it's just gone and or interpreted by said genie, in which case technically me, to give you something, but it likely will not be what you asked for if it is vastly out there.
Something Warden is
So it's like
explaining.
Are you guys glad I
asterisk,
didn't toss the ring and
asterisk,
trade for her mom?
Asterisk, asterisk.
Something
That was my intention.
Something Warden probably explains to all of you is one of the dangers is you have to explicitly express your wish, or else it can be you can essentially give yourself a monkey's paw.
It can be misconstrued
It can be
against you.
misconstrued and be basically misinterpreted by the genie, and your wish is going to be totally effed up.
So I think we should just keep this around. Don't use it yet, and save it until we know what to do with it. We could give it to her dad. I don't think that's a good idea, though.
I don't think it.
No, not when we have 2 wishes.
Warden turns to you and says, "Child, this may be the best idea you've had yet." please keep working on it.
Or we could even still use a wish on my mom.
That was a callback to like 6 sessions ago.
We could even use one of the wishes on my mom and still have a wish left.
Yes. So, 2 questions. We need to meet with your dad or leave. If we leave, your dad said he would be cranky with us. It's still
We don't-
safer to meet with her dad.
I would say so.
And
yes.
we have
And
an
then-
article that can. We have an item that can.
We
work
now
us
have a
out.
get out of it. If it hits the fan, you can say, and
Well, no, we
Use
have
what?
an item that can.
Did we leave the room before the portal closed?
Yes.
We have an item that will get
We
us
don't
out
know
of
if
the
that portal
plane.
still.
right, but
Well,
it
but
won't.
I
We all
have-
have to be there, and the 2 of us have a meeting with her dad.
Yes.
And if it goes south, we now have the
A
big
wish
club.
to use
We
on
have a
it.
wish to fix that.
How far away is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
from where we are?
It's 30 minutes. to
Do
get
we
to
want to
the-
use it before the meeting or after? That's the only question.
After.
After.
Okay, then we go to the meeting.
Yeah.
Would we all be in attendance or just?
Just us
That's
2.
us
You
two.
guys would probably be outside.
Yeah, you guys would be outside. You were nobody but Nari and Nibs were invited.
Okay. Well, in that case, Warden will say. Warden will just say to you, keep your radio on, or your walkie-talkie on.
Speaker.
Sweetie, you don't need to get over there.
Okay. So, you guys eat a hearty breakfast after your discussion.
You've been quiet. What's your response to all this?
Does Mike have anything to say?
Is it bedtime now?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Have you
bro.
cast a wisp before?
Nope.
Well, I thought you were cool. Sorry.
I wish he was gone.
Genie pops out, huh?
No, it's in your
Oops.
bag of holding, right?
I am not going to disclose where that ring is going.
It's not out where it can hear him wish things, right?
No.
Where is
Were
it?
you stealthy when you tried to put the ring away?
He's big, he's tall, he has multiple
I
arms.
was gonna say, wait.
If
why
you think
would-
a shell game is hard before
I
that,
can quite literally put it inside of my body.
yeah,
Oh,
because he's
just
metal.
like
Yeah, it's metal.
Yes, I could
Nice.
just open a part of my body and shove it in there. Like, you're not getting it out
So,
Same.
without
bro.
killing me.
okay, so we need to get through
Which
this
is exactly
before-
what I do, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys go to the restaurant outside, I assume, with the walkie on, and
It is
go.
physically absorbed in my
There
body.
you go.
And Nibs
cool.
and Nari go to.
I've got a lot of other things in my body.
Hastarine.
you have a body in a bag in your body.
Passerine Estates. So,
I would probably just wish for my sister back.
I like to
We all
imagine.
got our-
I like to imagine.
I was gonna say,
sometimes
two people
Could
have-
we
Warden takes
use
off his
one
helmet and
wish
it's just another helmet. You know the Master Chief meme?
to bring
You ever seen that?
I think I've seen it once.
Our loved
I haven't
ones
played
It's
the
like,
game,
well,
so
like Master Chief is never in the
Taken
game.
off
It's
something.
it's like
wording it in
Warden
such a way where his sister
takes
could
off his
return
helmet
it.
and it's just a smaller version of his helmet.
It just pulls like 50 individuals.
Oh, I don't know
onto
who you
us.
love. Nibs.
if
There's
it,
no
Just-
one Nibs loves that is alive. There's no. The only person he cares for at all
Wow.
is in this group.
Okay.
So for
let
him,
me-
that's a perfectly.
let me read out the wish spell to you guys. Wish is the mightiest spell a mortal can cast. Simply by speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accord to the desires. The basic use of this spell is to duplicate any other spell. It says of 8th level or lower, I just run it as 9th level or lower. You don't need to meet any requirements of that spell, including costly components, and the spell just takes effect.
Hey, no.
You might be able to achieve the scope of the above examples, just greater restoration, 10 creatures gain resistance, a whole bunch of mechanical stuff. Or state your wish to the GM as precisely as possible. And great latitude is there in ruling if occurs in such instances. The greater the wish, the greater the likelihood that something goes wrong. This spell might simply fail, or the effect you desire might only be partially achieved, or you might suffer some unforeseen consequence as a result of how you worded the wish. For example, wishing that a villain were dead might propel you forward in time to a period where that villain is no longer alive, effectively removing you from the game.
Forward, but
in-
not backwards.
Well, it can technically
It
do
does
reverse.
time in the fuck up. It doesn't do
Yeah.
time as an intentional sense. Or maybe it does, and maybe you can do some finagling and transport yourself 10 years into the future. But in that same right,
Well, if it could travel time, what
As
would Warden
it's
do?
stated, the greater the wish, which I consider time travel of any sorts to be a great wish, the higher the chance something goes wrong. So you could say, I wish for Nari's mother from 20 years ago to be here before me now and alive and well.
She would show up as her mother was. Worded like that, she'd show up in her form now because that's her mother 20 years ago. It was still her mother 50 years from now. It's her mother. It's all in the word.
But there might be unforeseen consequences or issues with that. Maybe she's got a herniated disc or something. Who knows?
I'll just put it in this sense: if Warden knew that time travel was was really possible with the ring, I mean, what's stopping him from going 14,000 years into the past and helping prevent the detonation of a bomb?
He didn't want it when I tried to give it to him.
You know.
Because likely something really, really bad would happen
Yes.
by Warden attempting that.
Okay,
Yes.
so, all right. So I guess when he gets back, he can wrangle the child, and the two of us can do her talk. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's
only 2 wishes.
But
What was the first wish used for?
You don't know? You would assume it's something Ketharaak did.
Probably
And who
for
says-
a clone?
And who says this ring specifically only had 3 wishes?
Ketharaak only has 2.
Well, just that there were 2 left by the time
Mm-hmm.
we got the ring.
When Lance got to use a wish spell in our campaign, I just made a huge, massive list of everything that could possibly happen, and if it was a 1, he basically just died and couldn't be resurrected, and like a whole bunch of other shit happened to the party and all this crazy stuff.
Made him roll.
And then like a 20 was the only thing that gave him exactly what he wanted, because he just wanted like immunity and to be healed by lightning damage in perpetuity. I was like, I'll give you a 5% chance. Motherfucker rolled a 20. I'm like, damn, everything on here was more interesting than what you wished for. And you rolled what you wished for.
Yeah.
It's like, should have been a demon.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought about giving you guys a deck of many things. But instead
The new
decided...
one?
I thought about it. I really did. Have you gotten your copy of it yet?
It'll be here the 5th at last estimate.
At some point, I definitely might ask to borrow it or ask you to bring it. But, yeah.
Can we wish
Say
for
the
that
word.
things?
You guys don't know what a deck of many things is.
Yeah.
It
the
is
party
my
wouldn't know.
single favorite item.
Of course it is, because it's Chaos Incarnate.
The deck of many things, and then second is the deck of many fates.
Yeah.
Alright, you ready, Nari?
Alright.
Alright, baby wrangling
Is
goes
this
to
The
someone.
frostbite is a frostbrand rapier.
No, Frostbite is a custom rapier, upon which it has already been added to Nari's
Oh, okay.
character sheet.
Cool.
And the Staff of the Dragon has already been added to Nibs.
Okay.
So, as you guys slowly wander your way towards Hasserine Estates, getting there a couple minutes early, the rest of the party stays outside the gates as Harkek is waiting for Nibs and Nari at the gate.
We're walking up, and we made an appointment this time.
Yes, I do remember that, actually, and that is why I am here. If you will follow me, I will escort you to the meeting room.
Lead the way.
And he, about face, walks towards the manor. And as he steps inside and leads you guys just around the corner to the same meeting room you were in previously, there are a pair of seats on one end of a long table and a reduced version of Asat is already in the chair of the head of the household at the other end of the table with both of his bodyguards that you remember the names of as Farit and Jahreem.
Farit and Jahreem.
Jahreem, yes.
Cream.
Cream. And As you and Nibs kind of look around, and Nibs takes a bow, and you guys go and sit in those two chairs. Assad kind of leans forward. All right, I've got time now. What are you two here for?
Well,
Guidance.
yeah.
Just constantly guidance.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Oh, every.
Just start slapping.
Guidance.
Well, I'm so, I mean, unless you want me to take point.
It's better if you take point.
It's, I mean, probably, but, Nori's gonna, say, well, you see, I understand that, my mother is still, well, I guess I don't know if she's still in care, but I am interested in seeing what it would take to purchase her, or what she's worth to you.
I will commend you on your courage for returning to the city. Upon what your mother is worth to me, she is worth nothing to me. The first woman I ever had was meaning of nothing to me. The one after that, the one before, and the one after your mother. They mean nothing to me.
I mean,
However, your mother
We're
is
sitting
out
at
of
the
my
cafe
care.
across the street, right?
say what?
She is no longer in my care. She went to the Long Castle, and from that point was taken and bought, and last I knew was on a Malak somewhere far away. That being like a small outpost or city, based whether it be in the city of, in the elemental plane of fire, or even on other planes.
I see. Well, then I suppose I have no other business to conduct or to ask,
You may have no other business, but I have a question for you.
as you wish.
What do you believe gives you the right to return to this city? Merely a genuine question.
I see not as a right, but in some ways,
With confidence.
as a privilege, and others, I just.
I'm gonna hit you with.
Can
I want to talk with the. Well, no, you have the telepathic.
I was gonna say,
I
I
don't
yeah.
have.
Imagine how much throwing that away has after you over more than once at this point.
He's got it. But anyway,
That necklace, I never actually ended up giving to him. I actually gave it to him.
Okay,
Which thing? Forgot about
don't worry about it.
Okay.
and
Nibs-
Nibs,
are you doing
Nibs
anything
is, yeah, Nibs is like, to be honest, sir, I'm gonna scoot forward. Necessity. For just because there are many different forms of indenturement and slavery, and those that hold the contract on our soul bid us to do a task, and that brought us here. And he's gonna go. And if you are kind enough to let us depart, we will be leaving, and we'll never be returning to this unless dictated by our betters.
He takes a moment to think. Well, if that be the case, I have a meeting to attend. And he pushes the table out,
Stand up.
stands up,
Deep bow as he leaves.
nods to you guys, and as he is walking by you guys to leave the room, he is already beginning to grow. As you guys see him walk out, and the window, as he opens the door, from the moment he leaves the room and you see him out in the window, he has grown to his full size again.
Are the guards still in there?
No, they have followed him out.
Is there anybody else in the room?
At this point, Harkak is behind you. It appears that the meeting has finished. If you will follow, I will escort you off of the premises.
Nibs is going to raise up, reach up and take your hand, and to go. let us continue on with the
Turn that
tasks
off.
that are more important.
Or is that down there? Okay.
Nari's gonna say over the telepathic thing. God, he really is ugly. How did that ever happen with my gorgeous mother?
Nibs can't hear a thing.
Nibs can't hear it.
And Nari will smirk knowing that he can't hear anything.
And we will walk back out. And as we depart, would we know if activating this, where we're right outside at the little restaurant and us getting out, would that cause issues?
I mean, it takes a minute to.
But
cast
would it
this.
cause issues with the guards?
Probably.
To cast
I mean, you're
what?
to cast the scroll of teleportation.
Then
It takes a full minute, and it's a ritual of like drawing.
Do we
stuff.
have to pay to leave the city if we haven't broke no rules?
No, but you can just go back to Advar's and do it from one of the rooms. Like,
And they would, okay, let us, we walk out and we're like, we lived, let us head to Advar's.
We head to Advar's.
so you guys head back to Advar's. As you guys enter in, the Morning Rager is going on, and Advar kind of again denotes Mikhail's entrance and welcomes him as an old friend. And you guys slowly kind of make your way up the stairs and back to one of the rooms.
Did we get a bunch of like actual coins from?
We don't know about that.
Trake has not really looked. Did you look at it last night?
No, you
Oh,
were
you
out.
were
You
I
were
did not look at those.
He
bank
was
coins.
out
Okay.
cold.
Have you looked at it this morning?
Do I have time to?
You would have been able to at least look at it in the morning before you got out of your room.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What's up with this?
So
little
you go ahead and you look at it, and it's, think of it like a stand, and then the orb hanging on the stand. And you kind of slide the glass, and it slides against itself and opens up, and you kind of reach your hand in, and then you just kind of look in, and looking into it, you see about a 20 by 20 room that you cannot see the floor,
Because it's full of gold
and platinum.
and platinum.
Yikes.
There is a lot of money in there.
Anyways, when we get back to the room, Warden is going to ask whoever is holding the scroll of teleportation. Begin the
I'm
ritual.
At this point,
Once we're all in the room.
I'm going to turn to you, and I'm going to hand it back to Soldier.
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to you and I'm going to very shakily. I have a platinum, just one in my hand. I found this there. I know I wasn't. Told myself I'd not do this, but can I purchase a bag of holding off of you?
Off of you?
And I'll look at you for a second and go, let's do this when we get back.
Agreed.
It's like, say, because I'm going to have to dump mine out first.
Okay. And he just he goes for this pocket and then just puts it in a flap here instead. Definitely not where he was going to put it. But
Nibs is going to kind of blink and look around at everyone and go, well, let's get the fuck out of here.
Hey.
And with that, Nari goes through the ritual of casting this scroll of teleportation.
He's going to
And-
talk like a sailor.
Yeah, he will. It's gonna be great. And
I'm sorry, the toddler swearing is the funniest thing.
it is funny. 2 out of 4 uses of the scroll have been complete, and you guys are no longer in the elemental plane of fire. Where, Nari, would you like to teleport the party?
Let's teleport to Hippo Man.
That you could teleport to Ventar's Manor. You could teleport to the Whale's Call, the tavern.
Well,
We have room still.
Hippo Boy's place is a very, very safe place.
It also might block us
Yeah,
with its
I would
wards.
rather go to the whale's call.
Just go to the front of the building.
All right. So you would like
Near
to?
the stables, like behind, that has the stables, right?
Yeah, it has stables.
Yeah, so like kind of out of the way so people don't see that we just arrived.
Okay, so as you kind of teleport through and step through this circle of teleportation, you guys just poof, Terminator. You guys find yourself with straw flying everywhere, dust going in your eyes, and a very, very scared stable boy running out of the stables as John, which is right beside you, Warden, immediately slaps you and knocks you over from his stall from excitement of seeing you guys again.
Expecting a bigger crowd, Drake had been like this, and right when they teleported, he went, "Huzzah! It is I!" Right as they appeared, just to get a mouthful of dirt right in his face.
Yeah, you got a
Boy
straw
runs off
stuck
more.
up your nose,
Right.
just a rock in your mouth.
And Morden just falls over.
Warden just gets knocked over
Not
by
tons of
John.
them. I have a giant horse thing, that is now licking me like a dog.
A Xantum. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
not a
what it
horse
is.
thing at all.
Xantum, it's licking me like a dog. Anyways, I
Dave, look at me.
So,
stand up.
Leave it.
All that good jazz.
Huzzah!
huzzah. At this point, leaving the elemental plane of fire, after this session, you guys are welcome to level up to level 11.
After this.
After this session, yeah.
So
From this point, what are you guys looking to do now that you're back in Karth?
I'm gonna pull off the ring of fire resistance. Do you guys remember who gave this to me?
They got them together, yeah.
Yeah, it was all three
I
of
will
us.
hand it to you. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull it off and say, I hand it to you. That way, if you have 2 on, you'll have full
Immunity.
immunity.
If you want to do that.
If
yeah.
you want to do that, but I'll give that to you and go. I haven't had a chance to thank you properly for saving my life back there. And he goes, I owe you one, and feel free to call it in before I die.
Okay.
You're not
Because
gonna have a chance.
they kind of I kind of grin at you and go, unless you want to waste another diamond on me to bring me back.
Oh, they.
I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder, and walk over, pat your warden on the leg, and go. I'm gonna go put us up in the rooms.
Hey, nuh-uh.
Get AC, but we've got some things to think about and talk over, and I'm gonna kind of give you guys a nod and walk in and get us.
You guys already had rooms.
Well, did we close them out? We didn't know when we were.
No, you did close them out.
Okay.
You guys were only gone for a day and a half.
All right. So, what? Okay. All right. Yeah. Nibs is gonna head up to his room and empty his bag of holding and start unsewing it from his sleeve.
Well, that's the only one yet, yeah.
So, I pretty much just.
Why don't you just buy one from a store?
That's a good point, but
Yeah.
I had asked him before.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, but Nibs owes him one. So.
Nibs is gonna give him a 300 gold piece item instead.
Oh yeah, should I from there, they all go inside and like, oh, guess I don't need a bag of holding, just go buy one.
You're welcome to go buy one. if
You're
you
welcome to. I would suggest you roll.
Yeah. Okay, so you go inside, you just give me this thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I gave
wait,
you
I was gonna get. Okay, and then I roll. So I'm gonna go buy one. That's a nat one.
All right, so you go and purchase yourself a bag of holding,
Yes.
For 300 gold.
300 gold.
Yes. So I'm around the back, and
You
no
still
one's there,
have
right?
No
like
one's around.
700 gold on you.
No one's around me.
He's got thousands and
Well,
thousands.
I know that, but
So
like
first-
in his actual purse.
First my pouch. Open it up and just kind of pour the rest in there, and then now I have 300 gold in my hand. And I'm just gonna put the thing back. I'm being super careful about this. If you need me to roll to make sure that no one's looking at me, then
No.
okay. Bundle back up. Go inside. Can I have a bag of holding, please?
You kind of hand the gold over, and you get a bag of holding.
1 second. I go around the back and I take out 300 more gold. Can I have another bag of holding,
He
please?
gives you another bag of holding.
I go around the back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put everything I have in one bag of holding, probably flinching
Including the
entire
other bag of
Not the other bag of holding.
Okay. So
like,
you
Should I roll a wisdom check to see if this extra dimensional thing can go in this other extra dimensional thing?
yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Okay.
Just brought you back.
You could just
You
act
rolled a
the
1.
magic guy.
But
The
he's
entire
hiding
city
this.
is
I rolled a
now
1. I rolled a
silent.
1. Fuck.
Black hole.
Just roll.
Well, you did say you were going to buy one, but
19.
That'll do. Plus 3. Oh, okay.
So, from what you can tell,
Four.
the item that you have found is not actually an extra dimensional space, more a space to shrink things. More like a small vault that you can put a lot of
I
stuff
know
inside.
this.
It's
Can I
not
stick
extra
my head
dimensional.
in it?
Yes. You cannot get yourself completely in it, though.
But my head, does it shrink?
Yes, like your head looks like it's the camera in a corner of a 20 by 20 room.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna put it back holding.
Okay.
Put it in my satchel. That's
okay,
bags
so
of
you
holding
have
now.
2
So-
bags of holding now.
Yes.
So you have like 100 gold
And a room
left of
treasure.
your money, out, but you have not gone through the gold
So
of the bag
after
yet.
No,
Nibs
no.
gets done tearing his
You might
cloak
never.
off, losing his sleeve,
Just never shares the gold with the party.
gets it off. He cleans up the thing. He empties his
That's
bag
600.
out. He puts it in a
yeah,
empties everything out,
I don't have to hurry to pay
and
85
then
gold for this.
he heads back downstairs to the waiting room, and I assume down there orders some food
yeah.
and wait till I see you again, and then I assume you come by soon to. And when you come in, I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna hand you the bag of holding. And go, there you go, sir. 1 platinum.
Right.
So, did you give him the platinum?
He does.
Okay.
He goes ahead and reaches.
And Nibs takes it and
I
goes.
forgot about that. Yeah.
And he tucks it away, so I'll add a platinum. And
Do you have the other bags just hanging off you?
No, I put him in my satchel, like going across my back, so I have my satchel and then 2
so
bags of holding.
Nibs took quite a bit of loss, but he owed you, so he gave you a bag of and he kind of pat you on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna walk over and go find kerosene
Kerosene.
or some kind of lamp oil.
Oh my gosh.
Nari's gonna have stayed in her room. Like, she will have gone to her room and she's staying in her room for the time being.
And
She's not interested in socializing much at the moment.
Warden is sitting at a bench near the front of the door of the tavern, just reading some books.
Okay. With
Not those books.
all those books. So with that being the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and we're going to say go over a couple days.
okay, I've got things today.
Yeah, I know. I know that you got things. I'm going to say we're going to go through people.
Okay.
We're going to do a couple days worth of stuff as it seems that some people are kind of wanting to rest and recoup for a day or two. Unless everyone in the party's just like, yeah, let's go to the next thing immediately. But y'all just spent 2 days in a very, very dangerous place and survived, and
The whole party did survive.
the whole party survived, exactly. So we'll start with Nibs. We're gonna say you have 2 days worth of activities. We're gonna go through day 1 of activities and then day 2.
Okay. Nibs is gonna get the oil. He's gonna get some dwarven whiskey. Better cost more than platinum.
It's gonna cost you about 20 gold.
Platinum's worth 100 gold.
10.
I'm gonna go to Warden first and sit down next to you, pat your leg, and go. You really do like your maker, don't you? You kind of pat your and go. He's important to you.
Warden slowly puts down his book. Obviously, he's pondering what to say at the moment. Aware of your disdain towards any deity. There's going to be a significant pause as he's trying to collect his thoughts for a moment with a good response. Just give me a second what to say.
You're good. So as you're quiet, you're thinking. He's gonna go. Do you think if you would have passed away, you would have seen him, or them, or whoever the maker is? Your maker.
That is an open-ended question, a small one.
When I died, before Trick reached in and grabbed me, there was someone there. And they talked to me. And I had a choice. And I look up and go. She was a whiny, irritating little bitch. So I took the hand. Because... But you know what? If that's who I saw, what's that say about me?
Warden lets out a sigh and says, the experiences in the afterlife are tantalizingly difficult to understand. Any one person's experience and the accounts of many others who have been brought back to this plane from the, what's the plane called that they walk, that the dead walk? I know a death clerk, but no more. But the plane that the dead souls walk.
Shadowfell?
Yeah, that's the plane that they walk to wherever their soul's going.
The Shadowfell is kind of the area of passing.
Yes.
It's also technically another mirror of the prime material plane.
Yes,
but
I know that. I just couldn't remember what the realm's name was.
Yeah.
Those who walk the Shadowfell all experience something keenly different. I have often pondered myself as one who studies life and death, what my experience would be in such a plane. But yet I do not even know if I am capable of that. I do not possess the idea of a soul as you do, and it is something that I yearn for, is the concept of organic life. That is why I cherish everything of organic life.
I'm going to lean forward and go, well, sir, if you want real life, you've got the ring. I'm going to look at you and go, just save the other one for Nari's mom.
Warden's going to have a kind of a slanted nod.
I'm going to pat you on the leg and go, you're Dr. Waddle. You love life, and you're going to help you, the doctor. He's one of your oldest and longest friends. But I don't have an issue with him, but I have his issue with his jailers. And I go, I won't be joining you on the rest of these quests. I don't know, but the compulsion might have ended when I died. But if not, I won't be going back into the Fade. One way or the other. So don't waste a diamond if it fails. Is that alright with you? Can you understand that I'd rather go out on my own terms than be a slave again?
Warden puts out his original arm hand, kind of pats you on the head and does a little thing between the ears, and says, small one, Nikolai.
My name's Nine.
Then 9. I
No.
like... Oh,
Don't let him press too many buttons
Yeah,
there.
that's one he can't.
I've been watching the power button.
I find peace in who I am now. I would never waste a wish on being anything else. I suggest you do the same.
Yes. I pat you and go. I kind of reach out and pat your hand and go. I'm going to be leaving here tonight. I've got a appointment with a man to get me papers, so I can become legit. So I can get property, so we can have a safe house, and we can start to work on the rest of the freeing of these slaves.
Can Warden tell that he's discarded the majority of his? Wait, what did you do with? You emptied the bag of holding. Where
I
is
don't
all
have.
that stuff?
You were sitting downstairs. You saw me sell it to the empty bag for.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
It's a. It would be. I went up to my room.
Oh, okay.
It's just on my bed. And.
Warden stands up and says, "When the time is right, I will inform the others. But allow me to pray with you to my I don't want to use the word God. Deity.
And Nibs will join you in prayer.
So Warden, one hand on Nibs, one hand on Nibs, one hand on his crest, his holy symbol, and two hands in the whatever prayer form that they do for Gond. Goes over a bunch of semantics for the prayer, and ends with a final blessing of guidance on his journey, and says, "Gond, through all that you forge, may you forge his path ahead and create a bright and burning furnace in his soul, that he may continue to be a guide and bring his life and energy and happiness to those who seek a better life, and help him on his new quest in the light of in the fires of God." And then I end the prayer.
And Nibs is going to go. So Warden's deity, you got a big ass hammer and you hit things. You're good in my book. Watch over this Tin Man.
Gond immediately smites Nibs.
Smites Nibs with a high five.
Just, oh shit.
Hey, that was a compliment. That was a compliment.
That was a compliment in Nibs'
With
mind.
that, as he's walking away, I say, I yell out 9, and I flick a token with the symbol of Gond on it.
Okay.
And he say, if you're ever back on the mainland, you can take that to the Temple of Gond in the Dwyndalan Empire, and they shall care for you.
We'll look at it. And he's the god of forgers, right?
Yes, God of the Forge.
The god of the forge.
Any respectable blacksmith will also know.
Look at it. And I'm gonna nod to you, tuck it in my pocket, and as I go, I'm gonna walk past you. I'm assuming you're just sitting in the bar, watching things like you always do.
Is this the first morning?
Yeah. Yeah, this would be the first morning.
How early in the morning?
About breakfast time.
Yeah, I'll be eating breakfast then.
I'm gonna sit down at the table
I would like
across from you, and then just stare at you like you stare at people. I assume you stare back.
Yeah.
I stare at you for a minute, and then I reach out my hand and go, "We might be seeing each other, but this is where I'm parked."
As you do that, I turn into you.
Yeah, that's why I did it. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Everyone's like,
I shake, yeah, it's like, as I start to walk, it's like, just don't fucking go. And then I walk, especially looking like that. And then I walk away.
Yes. Come on, man.
So
Hey, Bubba. Bubba,
He said, no one's looking at me.
I'm looking at you.
I'm going to go up to Nari's room and knock on her door.
Mari's not going to answer the first knock.
Hey, dude. Take a chill pill, bro.
She doesn't.
Mari doesn't answer the first knock.
Let me see. Nibs sets down the drink, pours it, lights it, does one next to it, takes a small package that's wrapped, puts it at the door, sets the drink on it, salutes, sets it down, and then says, fairly right, burn bright, and walks away. So, and Nibs is going to head out and go to start heading to the town with the other vendor guy where I paid for that stuff.
Well, as you go downstairs, Jack is there, the golden dragonborn that you hired, and as you welcome back. I saw you come in last night. I assume your travelings went well.
I did, and I assume that things are in motion for me.
Yes, right about. Actually, a note was left for you in particular. I believe it was. It's titled Old Soul. I'm assuming you know who that's supposed to be.
I take it. And it's like, thank you. He goes, and I'm going to toss him a platinum and say,
Grabs it.
Because I don't need my room anymore, but a little more for the rest of them for as long as until it runs out.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, you will always have a room here in the Whale's Call. You're welcome to rejoin, and I'm sure I will be seeing you at some point. I make trips down to Dwinder every once in a while to that drow friend of mine, and he kind of, again, hands you another note with, like, specific directions. Dwinder's a big-ass town, my scaled friend. It's hard to find things. You should be able to find it with those notes. He asked you to meet Old Soul. He asked you to meet him somewhere. I'm sure he details that in the notes.
Okay, before I do a quick go through them real quick. Am I meeting him in this town?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna look around and put the... Alright, I'm just gonna eat the note, one note, and then tuck the other one in the good sleeve that I have, and nod to him and go, thank you much.
Alrighty, and you head to the meeting?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so with that, we're gonna end the session. If you guys want to pack up and or leave the room for a couple minutes, I need to have a little moment with Nibs.
Okay.
So if you guys feel you could pack up real quick.
I don't work the rest of the year, so if we want to do anything else, I'll hang late.
Okay.
So
I've still got work tomorrow. He's got work tomorrow. I'm thinking
I was just
Nate, you
meaning
probably
if
have
they
work.
had anything you needed to do.
You have work tomorrow, yeah?
So.
Yeah. So if you guys have anything you want to do when you come back down, when I call you back down, you're welcome.
We have people coming over.
But yeah, you guys have people coming over, so
Yeah,
We
you
don't have
can
to.
literally can walk into my household and things. So
Bye, noobs.
You got my bag of holding.
I did get your bag of holding.
you've got 3 bags of holding now.
Yes.
And a ton
And
of
big
cash.
plans. Not
All
the
right,
bags of
so
holding.
we are going to end
Not for the
that
bags of
recording
holding.
there.